Hi folks, I'm Ashley, one of the founders of Skira, and I'm going to show you a few of the highlights of the Construct 3 release 350. Let's jump in. The first feature I'm going to show you is a brand new file system plugin. This allows access to local files and folders on the device, and it's currently supported in desktop, Chrome and Edge. Here's a quick demo of it. There's one of the new examples in this release is a simple text editor. And you can see on my desktop here, I've got a text file called test.txt, and it's just got one line of text in there. Now, using the new file system plugin, if I preview this project, I can now choose to open that file. So I click open, I select the text file, and it shows the contents of the file. This was previously possible with the file chooser plugin, but there's now the new ability to save over that file with the file system plugin. So there, I've just added another line of text, and now I can click save, and that will save over the previous file that I chose. You can see a permission prompt appears for the browser to access that file, and if you click save changes and then open that text file again, you can see the new line of text has appeared in that file. So the ability to write over a previously chosen file is new. You can also save as and save a file anywhere on the system, whereas previously you could only download a file. That gives you a whole new level of access to the local file system. It's also got the ability to write to folders, which is pretty cool. Here's a quick example I've made of that. It's just a button to choose a local folder on the device. When it's clicked, it will show the folder picker. When the folder picker has chosen a folder, it will write two files, file1.txt with some contents, and also just to show that you can you can write to a subfolder as well. It will create that subfolder and put a second text file inside there as well. Let's see it in action. So I preview the project, I click the button to choose a folder. It's already got it selected here, so I select that folder. Again, there's a permission prompt to verify that I want to access that folder. And then it's written those two files in there. There you can see the first text file with the contents. It's created a subfolder and placed the second text file inside there. So there you go. You can even access, read and write access to entire folders on the local device as well. That's also supported in the desktop export options, NW.js, and the Windows Web V2 export option, where you can use all those file system access features without any permission prompts. So it still needs to show a picker before you can access any files or folders, but once you've chosen it, it will not show any permission prompts like you saw in the browser here, where I'm working in Chrome. Okay, that's all for the file system access plugin for now. Let's move on. The next feature I'm going to highlight is there's now the ability to use image points in 3D. So here I've got a simple test project with a 3D shape in it. And on the bottom face, I've added a image point, which is aligned with this dot here. So now there's expressions to be able to access image points in 3D and get image points on each of the faces of the 3D shape object. And you can see here, these new expressions will get that position of the image point, including the Z coordinate, and it will position a small extra 3D shape object by it. So now if I preview this project, you can see this object has been positioned in 3D next to that image point. This also works with mesh distortion. There's a new expression in the sprite object to get the Z coordinate of an image point so that when you use 3D mesh distortion, you can also access the true 3D position of all these sprites' image points. So that's a pretty handy feature for anyone working on some 3D projects. Next up, there's now the ability to use BBcode to tag ranges of text. Again, there's a new example here demonstrating how this works. And let's have a look at the BBcode for this. So here there's an underlined part of the text here, and it's also using a new BBcode tag. So this will tag this range of text with the tag myTag. Then the new features allow you to access the size and position of that part of the text only, and also be able to tell if something like the mouse cursor is over that area. So now if we look in the event sheet, there's a condition here which will check if the mouse position is over that tag. And if it is, it will change the BBcode to color the text blue and change the mouse cursor. So now if I preview the project, you can see how that takes effect. So you can use that to hover, simulate hover effects or hyperlinks or anything else where you want to align objects or any kind of features to just a part of the text. And it's also equally supported for sprite font, so you can use this for both text and sprite fonts. Okay, I'm going to move on again. There's one more feature I'll highlight in this video whilst I'm in this project. I'll just show that the NW.js export option now has support for the Mac64 architecture for Apple Silicon. So now, previously, we only had support for NW.js with the Intel architecture, which meant it could run on Apple Silicon devices, but it would rely on emulation, which could be slow. Now you can use a native Apple Silicon architecture version of NW.js, which is based on ARM architecture, and it should be significantly faster and quicker to load and so on. So if you want to publish NW.js on macOS devices, that's a great new option to be able to use. Right, we've come to the end of the video. I'll just highlight that we've got 10 new examples in this release, which you can find in the example browser as ever. They include some cool new examples using 3D and also JavaScript coding, which are the ones using this icon here. So check them out. There's loads of cool stuff you can do with Construct. It's always getting more powerful, and we hope you enjoy using Construct. Thanks for listening.